Hello, Happy New Year 2021. I'm wishing a very prosperous and Happy New Year to everybody and welcoming you not only into the new year, but also to my channel. Remember, I am Nsah Mala. Today, I will be presenting to you the fourth video in my series, YouTube English with Nsah Mala. And the focus of today's video is going to be the expression in the nick of time. The expression or the word nowadays. The expression rest assured. And looking at cold versus cool. Without further ado, I will be discussing this with you along with my notes. So, to start off, let's look at the expression in the nick of time. Many people say in the neck of time or at the neck of time. But the correct expression is in the nick of time. And it means at the last possible moment. So please, if you have been saying in the past, at the neck of time or in the neck of time, please know that it is nick of time, nick, N-I-C-K. And in the nick of time means at the last possible moment. Some examples, we got there just in the nick of time. We got there just in the nick of time. Perhaps if they didn't get at this time, the gates will be locked. Okay, so we got there just in the nick of time. I am advising you, Ngum, don't wait to do things in the nick of time. I am advising you, Ngum, don't wait to do things in the nick of time. Let's look at this other expression. The word, one word, nowadays. N-O-W-A-D-A-Y-S. It is not now our days, please. It is not now our days. These three words here, no. At least it has some meaning along the lines of now in our days. At least that one would be preferable. But even so, the better expression is nowadays, and it is one word, and it is spelled as you see it here, N-O-W-A-D-A-Y-S. And it is an adverb of time. And it means at the present time in comparison to the past. Let's take some examples. Nowadays, most people no longer buy recorded cassettes. Nowadays, most people no longer buy recorded cassettes. 2, parents seldom choose spouses for their children nowadays. Parents seldom or hardly or rarely, parents seldom choose spouses for their children nowadays. Nowadays, capitalism is more widely spread and destructive to nature. Nowadays, capitalism is more widely spread and destructive to nature. Notice again, notice in addition that when we place nowadays at the beginning of a sentence, it is usually followed by a comma. But when we, as in example 1 and in example 3, but when we use it at the end of the sentence, there is no comma separating it with the rest of the sentence, except in some other circumstances that we can explain if we come across. And you should also note that you can replace nowadays in all these expressions above with either these days or today, as adverbs are also mean at the present time in comparison to the past. So you can also say these days, most people no longer buy recorded cassettes, or parents seldom choose spouses for their children today as opposed to the past. Or today, capitalism is more widely spread and destructive to nature. Another expression we have to deal with. Please, it is rest assured. It is not be rest assured. I find this very common with people, both online and offline. Many people say, be rest assured I will do this, or write, be rest assured I will do this in their post or in their social media outings and discussions. So today I want to clarify this. Please, we say rest assured. And rest assured means to be certain that something will happen. We use this to make someone feel safe or less worried about something, as you see in my note below here. We use it, it is used, that's why you see used as a past participle. It is used to make someone feel safe or less worried about something. So let's take some examples. You can rest assured that you're going to get a good deal. You can rest assured that you're going to get a good deal. Number 2, rest assured that I will pay you on Monday. Rest assured that I will pay you on Monday. Number 3, I will send a recommendation letter on your behalf before the deadline. Rest assured. I will send a recommendation letter on your behalf before the deadline. Rest assured. So please stop saying be rest assured. Do not put be there. It is only rest followed by assured. Rest assured. Having discussed these 3 expressions, now I want us to talk about cold versus cool. I will talk about them in 2 instances, in terms of temperature, but also in terms of attitude or behavior. And then I'll say a few more things about cold and a few more things about cool. But remember that there are many more things that can be said about these words. Yeah. And I'm saying this, I want to thank one of my viewers who asked the question about clarifications between cold and cool. So thank you so much. The subscriber who asked for this, as I always say, please feel free to come up with things that are confusing you in the English language, and you ask me either inbox on Facebook or in the comment section of these videos here on YouTube, so that I can incorporate them into my planning for lessons and presentations here for all of us. Thank you so much. I'm saying thank you with all my heart to that viewer who asked this. And there are other things that viewers have asked, and I'm going to be bringing them up in other videos. So, and the specific aspect which that viewer wanted to get clarifications on is particularly in terms of cold and cool when used with reference to temperature. So let's start. Cold, 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 an adjective. It means at a low temperature, especially when compared to the temperature of the human body and not hot or warm. Examples, my feet are so cold. 2, it is not advisable to eat cold food. It is not advisable to eat cold food. I hate cold weather. I hate cold weather. Now we have cool, cool, adjective also. And in this case, in terms of temperatures, it means slightly cold or slightly cold in a pleasant way. So it means slightly cold or slightly cold in a pleasant way. For example, I prefer cold weather. Number two, I enjoy cool water. I take the two examples again. I prefer cool weather. I enjoy cool water. Three, it was a lovely cool evening. It was a lovely cool evening. Now let's look at cold versus cool in terms of attitude or behavior. Cold as an adjective means unfriendly, not showing kindness, love, or emotion, and not friendly. His handshake was cold and his eyes lifeless. His handshake was cold and his eyes lifeless. This unwelcoming, unfriendly. She would never feel welcome in this city with its cold, unsmiling inhabitants. She would never feel welcome in this city with its cold, unsmiling inhabitants. That's unwelcoming, unfriendly inhabitants. The school was a cold, unwelcoming place. The school was a cold, unwelcoming place. Along these same lines, we have cool as an adjective, and in this case, cool, not cold. Cool, not cold. Cool means calm, and that is not worried or frightened, not influenced by strong feeling of any kind. Examples: he was very cool when we broke the window and didn't shout or get mad. He was very cool when we broke the window and didn't shout or get mad. You can also say stay cool, or you can also say keep cool. Stay cool, keep cool, which means do not become angry or excited. Just be normal. Now let's look at cold as a noun. There is cold as a noun, which means an illness, a common infection, especially in the nose and throat, that causes you to cough and sneeze and your nose to run, that is drip liquid or feel blocked. For example, we can say, I've got a cold. Or we can say, she caught a cold at school. I've got a cold. She caught a cold at school. Or my daughter caught a cold at school. Okay. And then we have cold as temperature or weather. For example, we can say, don't stand out there in the cold. Come in here and get warm. Don't stand out there in the cold. Come in here and get warm. Or we can say, old people tend to feel the cold more than the young. Old people tend to feel the cold more than the young. Feeling the cold means feeling uncomfortable in cold temperatures. Feeling uncomfortable in cold temperatures. There are, of course, a few other meanings of cool. For example, we have cool as a verb, which means to become or cause something to become slightly colder. Leave the cake to cool for an hour before cutting it. For example, leave the cake to cool for an hour before cutting it. Then we have cool as an exclamation. We use it to say that you think, or it is used for saying that you think something is good or acceptable, or that you have understood what you have been told. For example, Lafons invited us to stay for a few days. Cool. Lafon has invited us to stay for a few days. Cool. That's cool. Another example, I'm going to leave now. Okay, cool. I'm going to leave now. Okay, cool. You can leave, no problem. Okay, I'm going to leave now. Okay, cool. So note that there are many other uses. There are many more uses of cool and even cold. And we cannot treat all of them here. But if you are still confused, just let us know and we will come back to it. And please be specific if you need a very particular aspect of Let's say cold versus cold to be treated. Otherwise, feel very free to propose other things in English that confuse you or that you're worried about, that you are not clear about, and I will be happy to help with it. Thank you for having watched, and please do subscribe to my channel. And if you find these videos helpful, useful for improving your English language, please spread the word. Tell your friends, tell a friend's friend, tell your close relations who should also subscribe and learn from here, and we learn together. Thank you. Happy New Year 2021. Happy New Year 2021 again, and see you next week with another video. YouTube English with Nsah Mala. Take care. Take care.